at Summer House.
5:30 to 7:30.
In order to attract new Dream members.
And inform them all the benefits of being a member.
I'll be there.
Good. We can't wait to tell you about it.
I can't wait to hear.
Trying to get the word out.
As mayor, what would you do to support the existing businesses and encourage new businesses?
Well, economic development is the key. It's the key to our survival. The whole key to our survival is transportation and economic growth. And if we do those two things wisely, then downtown Somerville will be the nicest small city in America. And to do economic growth, there's three things we're going to have to do: is revitalize those who might want to expand, attract new businesses, and encourage new startups. And how do you do that? You work hand in hand with your local partners and also your tri-regional partners to let them know what's available and attract people to business. Same thing in any business. I mean, why does anybody go to Chris's restaurant? I hope, A, the food is very good. I hope the staff is very friendly and the pricing is very competitive. Those things apply to everything. You have to be competitive, you have to be attractive, and you have to draw people into it. And what we're drawn into, especially downtown, is a specialty type of experience. It's an experience that you cannot find out there in the concrete jungles of Target. You can't find it in the abyss of the malls. It's a whole different approach. It's a Main Street shopping, that same thing down at King Street and in Charleston. We have to embellish that whole experience. We do that with great restaurants, great varieties. As mayor, to make sure we're attracting more business in there to widen and balance the offerings. You know, my dream is not to have this become just a quaint little town that offers one little thing, but to be a vibrant little town. It's a big town already, that attracts a lot of different people, especially the youth. I don't mind, I'm kind of getting off the script here, but one of the biggest obstacles I have in my running for mayor is to convince my mother, who is 81 years old, that we don't live in a town of 6,000 people. And you'd be surprised at how many people think we still live in a beautiful, quaint, small town. And I love the fact that she still feels that. That is a tribute to all of us. But it's delusional. The fact is, we're the 7th largest city in South Carolina. It is amazing what's going on around here. So we have to attract good business, and you will not do that unless our transportation problems are solved. We have dear friends in certain quarters can't even get out of their house at certain times of the day. So part of that is to complete a lot of these transportation streams so it can be safer and quicker and people can flow in and out. It will attract more business and more patrons. So the transportation issue will have to be taken care of, and of course economic development. Now, economic development is going to happen in two ways, from the inside and outside. I am totally convinced that the mayor who served this town for 40 years loved this town and would have given his life for it. I think he would have taken a bullet for this town. Our town is clean, it's relatively safe, we've been positioned very well. And so I have nothing but saying amen, brother, to him. At the same time, though, I can tell you right now, because I just had a birthday, and I've had 400 people wish me a happy birthday on Facebook. I've never had so much widespread Thanksgiving. I don't have 400 friends. My own family just forgot to say happy birthday to me. But the whole thing about where we're trying to grow is that we have to step out and we have to be a major player with our Tri-County partners. There is opportunity out there. There are grants, there are bonds, there is economic money, there's accommodation taxes, there's opportunities out there with our Tri-County partners that we have to be a part of. And not just that, we also have an unbelievable congressman, and we have an unbelievable U.S. senator. And we have people we can really tap into, get even more outside help beyond the Beltline, so to speak. So there's a lot of work to do. But let me just say this, that will not happen overnight. The first thing that's going to happen is we're going to have to step back, analyze exactly what we have, and really learn to trust each other and realize that we're all in this together, and then we work together and we walk forward together. We do that, we're going to be great.
Okay, how would you propose to increase the revenue for the town of Somerville?
I'd like to raise everybody's taxes 25%.
Oh, you're gonna win.
And I just lost the race for mayor, and I'll be at your house tomorrow night begging bread. Tim, I'll see you in church on Sunday. You know, revenue is the lifeblood of everything. My family, your family, Dream, this town. It is the lifeblood. And one of the things we have to do is we're going to have to annex on the outside and from the inside. And annexation is going to be an unbelievable experience for all of us when we finally get to the finish line. Before we get to the finish line, it's going to be a battle scene, because no one wants to increase their dollar a penny. But if you will look at this tabletop, and just pretend this tabletop is Somerville. Literally, there are 10 to 12 neighborhoods within the tabletop that are not annexed in the town of Somerville. I can start right on down the street. Right on down the street. And I can tell you right now, the reason they're not is because no one's ever aggressively gone after them. And I would like, with your permission, and I wish I had a rocking chair right now, I would like to indulge you. May I read about 3 paragraphs? All right. And by the way, y'all don't go to, it's not a bedtime story, so don't go to bed, all right? How are things in the country? Can't complain. Pondering the word country. I'm talking to another one of those Charlestonian who thinks that Somerville is a small little town in the sticks. There's so much more to Somerville than the azaleas and wisteria and the signing of fire contracts. How can we get the message out? Someday we're going to have a population of over 80,000 people here. There's a lot to do. You know, the tail is wagging the dog. Somerville is never going to change unless we're going to annex, and I mean annex, well-developed properties with intelligent people with a divine purpose. That's my position, and I'm sticking to it. Well, how are we going to improve the police force and the fire department? We're going to have more revenue. Tax money is going to have to come in. It's coming from annexation. Don't you know that all of this going on is going to cost more and more money? We're going to have more playgrounds, more town maintenance. We're going to have better roads. Of course I do. How do you think we're going to get it? We're going to have to annex. And now's the time to annex while it's still cheap. Well, listen to me. We can't wish anything except to do things. The truest test of maturity is to adopt a change. The town doesn't have the money to take our debt collectively. However, desperately we might wish we were that sleepy little town among the pines. It is not so. And we will be plagued with problems until we face reality. Barbara Kerr Waring, Somerville Journal Scene, 1977.
Wow.
Same problems, same issues. We've got to change. We've got to change the way we do things, think things, work things, especially in the economic plight that we're living in. And so there are all types of little streams to find more money, and we're going to use a magnifying glass to find it. And one of the first places we're going to do it is Town Hall, because I know there is some extra money over there that we don't need. And we're going to be financially responsible, fiscally prudent, and we're going to look at every department and see where we can cut. And how because we've got to set the example. If we're all going to get involved in this, we've got to set the example together. So, anyway, that is annexation from within.
Okay.
Isn't that amazing?
Nothing changes.
What kind of things do you see could be done to promote and improve the quality of life in Somerville?
If everybody went to St. Paul's Church, the answer would be very readily answered. It's the most beautiful place in Somerville, unless you go to the Methodist Church or the Baptist Church or the Catholic Church.
Don't forget the
Or the
Presbyterian.
Presbyterian Church. You know, what makes a town beautiful is its people. Our people are its greatest resource. And when people get